Welcome to Tuscaloosa, Alabama, where titles are won, legends are made, and fields are named after them. Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium, home of the Alabama Crimson Tide. And while today is the final home game of the season for one team, it is more importantly a celebration, Senior Day, as we'll see a squad from the SEC, the LSU Tigers, taking on the winners of 9 straight, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Alabama about to kick off to get things started. Looking for an alley from inside his own 20. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. So LSU's offense takes the field to start this game off. When these two teams square off against each other, they know the legacies they carry, and that'll be evident in this one, guys.
Alabama-LSU is one of my favorite games each and every year because this is one of the fastest games you'll see all season. There is so much NFL first-round talent on the field every time these two teams play.
Year after year, we could go back and name so many names, but you're right, the draft is going to call them. The stakes are always high, the conference always on the line. These two teams, you know, are always squarely in the mix.
Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. LSU will bring the punt team on the field. A quick 3 and out, and they're already giving up the ball. He's got great speed. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. So the Alabama Crimson Tide offense comes out for their first possession of the game. One thing to watch, can this guy get in the quarterback's head and make him take a peek at the rush, David?
Dang, Skippy, that's what you want to do. You want to make this guy a little bit more human and not as much of a game breaker at the quarterback spot. Get some pressure on him, hit him a few times.
He's one of the best quarterbacks in the country, but he can't hurt you if he's laying on his back. And this defensive end can put him there often.
A lot of thrillers in the history of this series, but last year wasn't one as the Tide rolled easily.
It was a beatdown, and it was replayed over and over on the TVs all throughout the facility. LSU, Jesse, had a year to think on that.
They sure did, and that Crimson Tide blowout was big on the recruiting trail, too. These are two programs that are consistently competing for the same 5-star athletes across the board. That's a big reason why this game means so much.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Complete downfield. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and hundreds.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown Tide. That trip to the end zone is 25th career touchdown.
Man, he's been productive. Just has a nose for the end zone. This dude's made big play after big play for his offenses, and that's 25 touchdowns, Palmer, on the ground for the big fella.
Pretty impressive, too, when you consider when you get close to that end zone, the defense is expecting run, they're loading the boxes. Still, this guy's been able to find his way in. 25, it's a nice number.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Here's the return from inside the 25. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really, really quickly. They need to put something together here.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
2nd and very short here for the offense. Pressure coming. And they got him for the sack.
And the defense coming through with the first sack of the day. I'll tell you what, this defense, they get so many negative plays, and they play so fast. Sometimes you think when you watch them on tape, they got 12 guys. Last week they pitched a shutout. This week playing a great ball again.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Getting some heat. And this defense has maxed out this pressure. Another sack.
And after that last sack, man, you could just see it. They are feeling themselves. After pitching a shutout last week, after dominating early in this game, it just seems like they're playing with a different aggression and a different level of intensity than what their opponent is. They have been so dominant.
Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He only needs a sliver of daylight. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Heaves it on the run. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
I know that shot down the field was incomplete, but you got to keep taking shots. Those receivers love to go deep. Gives them a breath of fresh air. They get more excitement. They're going to the quarterback with a little bit more juice because you know you're feeding them. So I would keep taking deep shots down the field.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. On third and short, they'll ride the running back here. Across the 25, he's got room. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. So Alabama takes the lead into the quarter break. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. The Tide trying to pay off this red zone trip. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. The sweet feet buy a little time. Headed to the end zone, and he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
And coming into the game, you look at the stats, and you say top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point makes it 14-0. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. Pittsburgh is down right now, but this young man under center has shown some moxie today. We could see a legend born in the Steel City. They're trailing by just 4 to Clemson. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this one.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Out of the gun, the inside give.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
And the Tigers moving quickly to the line. And he gets the first down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin. The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. He'll keep it himself. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
They're trying to go option. They're trying to put that defensive end in a bind, but he's just way too athletic, and he guessed right. The quarterback was keeping the ball. He knew it and was able to make the tackle in the backfield.
On second down, he's looking downfield. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes.
And that's his second sack of the day, and guess what, dudes? He leads the nation in sacks. You better know where he is on every play. That dude has a knack for getting quarterbacks on the ground.
We've made our way to the 2-minute warning, and now they'll try to at least cut a little something off of this lead before the break. And whatever they did on first and second down, don't do that anymore. Third and very long coming up. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. LSU will bring the punt team on the field. Makes a move. Hits him with a stiff arm. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. Here comes that Alabama offense. They wanted to set the tone, strike quickly. Jesse, they've done exactly that up to touchdown.
And this quarterback has been dialed in, too. He's been so good reading coverage, going to where the open guy...
Touchdown, Bama! What a catch and run for 6. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Looking for daylight from inside his 20. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. We'll see if they can get a little better protection after the sack at 2nd and 12. He's looking to throw. Catch in the middle, it's Cobb. And that was some kind of collision between a couple of big bodies there, and he stopped from getting the first down. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They'll try to get it through the air. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with the sack.
Man, this defense has been so impressive to watch. Look at them get to the quarterback, get the sack. They play so fast. It's like they have 12 men on the field. Another good performance going down right now. Coming off of last week, putting a goose egg on the board against their last opponent.
Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. Slips through the line. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Just enough time for one final play of the half. From the gun, running back gets to give. Crosses the 30, he's got a lane. Thought for a minute they were going to turn that into a score. They get the big play, but time runs out here in the half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, think of all the legendary players who've been a part of this game, and we have a few more vying for that status so far today in an always emotional battle between the Tigers and Crimson Tide. Talk about a first half from that dude out of the backfield. He's been a total game changer. And how many top plays moments have we seen on missed tackles alone? Video game moves from one of the shiftiest players in all of college football. With that, let's throw it back to the fellas to see how this duel between Alabama and LSU plays out.
LSU ready to boot it away and open this second half. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Off play action on first down. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
Yeah, and a really good job by the defender, understanding the ball's coming, I got to break on it and go, and not try to intercept it and make a bad play. He swats it down and makes sure that's an incompletion.
He's going to run it. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Leaves it with the back. At the 45 on its way. And that was a huge run that almost went to the house. The defense kept him from scoring.
We know this guy is in contention right now for the Heisman Trophy, and this late in the year, if you're going to bring that home, you've got to put up big stat games, right? Had over 100 rushing yards his last time out. He's doing it again today. He is turning it up.
He caught it. Goes out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they'll be set up and in great position here. Alabama comes to the line with a first and goal. Trying to surge it in. Touchdown, Alabama! And the pummeling has started. Man, did he show some hops for that one.
Some serious vertical right there. I tell you what, everybody in front of you, hey, I'll go by air if I need to. Good job getting in the air, getting a touchdown.
Ready to try the point after. And the extra point makes it 28-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. They're just about ready to kick it away. Makes the catch inside his 30 and wants much, much more. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-what.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They've got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
He'll be stopped at the 41, but give him 10 on that play.
Well, the defense is on their heels right now. They're going to have to find a way to stop this guy. When he's got a head of steam, boy, he is hard to bring down.
To the ground. He's got it again. They finally make the stop, but the big run is plenty to move those sticks for the first down.
Well, right away after picking up the first down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back. And I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge hole for the back.
And you become so hard to defend when you can run the football successfully on first down. You're starting like that. Now what opens up? Play action. Now you're making me play pass and run. This offense, if they can create that run physicality, now it opens up everything else.
Now here on second down, see if they keep tossing it around. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. They work that running game down to the 34. Let's give him 3 on the carry. Third and short, coming from the 34. You wonder if this is 4-down territory. They'll stick to the ground, looking for the marker. Brought down, though. Looks as if LSU will pick up the first down.
Yeah, a nice job dialing up that short yardage situation play call there, David. They needed 1 yard, and they picked up 2.
Yeah, great job up front. Great job by the back knowing where they need to go. Nice having a hole you can get through and not have to just do it all on your own as a running back.
And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
What can't you say about how dominant this guy has been each and every week? He's making a case for the Heisman Trophy. He's making a case for every major college football award. He's making a case to be the #1 overall pick in the NFL draft. That's now his 20th sack of the season.
Big loss on the last play threatens to knock this drive off course. It's 2nd and 16. He's looking to throw. They're bringing heat, trying to get to it. And this defense is bringing the heat. Another sack.
Man, there are defensive players out there that can just take games over, and that's what's happening with this guy right now. He is not cooperating with the offensive game plan. A sack on 2 consecutive plays, and now on 3rd down, you know he's pinning his ears back again.
And we might as well state the obvious. 1st and 2nd down didn't work out. 3rd and very long. Going to try to pop one on the screen. Defense was not fooled by that screen to the back, and they'll stop him short of the marker. It'll be 4th down. LSU will bring the punt team on the field. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. He's looking to throw it. Moves away as he feels pressure. A strike downfield. Hit the afterburners, kid. Past the 10. Touchdown tie. And the route is on.
When these offenses get in the rhythm, they're hard to stop. Already up early. Got a short field. Take advantage of it, too. Get another touchdown. This offense is doing whatever they want to do and having a lot of success.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. That one's going to get a little star marked beside it on the play sheet. One play, explosive, touchdown just like that. Will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. Kickoff team has the ball teed up, and they're about ready to go. Takes it inside the 25, and he'll bring it back. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, and it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter out there. This offense...
And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback.
And I bet the frustration meter for this offense is so high. If you can't keep your quarterback upright, it's hard to move the ball. It's hard to score points. This offensive line has not protected him at all, and that's why so many sacks keep happening.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
You got to give this defense tons of credit. They came in here with an outstanding game plan. They were able to execute. They have not allowed a point, and still in the 4th quarter, they are bringing it, and they get another sack.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Pocket starts to collapse. He'll pull it down. And the defense is there to stop him short of the 1st down. Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the the punt. He gets a block. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. The handoff, keep working on that clock. At the 35, he's loose. Afterburners coming. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. And the stomping has commenced. That ought to be enough to make this lead insurmountable, and with it, they'll be a perfect 10-0. And now they'll empty the backfield for the two-point try. Here's the snap, looking to throw. And they almost came up with that pick in the end zone. What a stop that would have been. They'll try to follow that last touchdown with an onside kick. They're on it. They recover the onside kick, and they get it right back.
And how about it, man? Just aggressiveness. When you've already got the lead, you got a comfortable lead. You're sitting pretty, but this offense, actually this coach says, I want more. I want to get this onside kick, and not only do they try it, they get it.
Motion trying to get the defense to show his hand. Fires to the right. And that pass intercepted. He goes out of bounds, but what a play to create a sudden change opportunity.
Never say die attitude, and I love that, especially in these young players, because they're out there competing. And I know the scoreboard right now doesn't look pretty. They're not going to come back and win this football game, but I just...
And he can't escape, and down he goes.
Man, is that just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered. They haven't found any kind of good rhythm. They haven't done things that really gives your coach confidence and makes you want to believe in them. This offense has a lot of work to do for their next football game.
That offense having to deal with the last thing you want on first down, giving up a sack as they come up to the line. And this defense goes back-to-back sack, Jack.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man, doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on, and now just throw another sack in the equation, hitting the quarterback, being disrupted. They've been all over the field.
Throws to the wideout. And he can't make the connection on his first attempt.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
Here comes that Alabama offense. Boy, they have delighted these home fans here by putting this game in a hammerlock, David.
Yeah, and this crowd's been jacked up.
And he's running in the open. The 10. Touchdown, Bama! And the punishment has been extended. That score pushes us out to a comfortable margin, and they are oh so close to a 10-game winning streak.
And how about this squad, man? Looking good again. Like, I feel like we say this week in and week out. Just continuing to remain undefeated. Whatever it takes, offense, defense, special teams, they have been a good unit, and that's why their ranking is so high.
And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. UCF is currently trailing in this one, but I've seen crazier things inside the bounce house. Trust me when I tell you that. On the field and off it. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Georgia State. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. He wants to throw. Makes his connection. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
Well, this offense has not put their best product on the field today. They've got no points to show for any of their efforts so far, but they've still got a chance. But if it's going to happen, it has to happen now in this 2-minute situation. This is where their playmakers need to step up.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. He's looking to throw. And the quarterback is snowed under.
And man, this offense just keeps trying to find something to go well. They're down so big. There's still time on the clock. Maybe they can put something together, but so far today, this has been ugly.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. He's looking downfield to throw. Feeling some heat. Trying to escape and get it himself. And he's going to be stopped just short of the first down. He tried to get it on his own. LSU will bring the punt team on the field. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Barring complete catastrophe, David, this offense ought to be able to salt away this game.
Yeah, and unless you're playing in a different league, this one's over. Like, there is no three-point conversions and stuff like that that you can get. So run the ball, make them use timeouts, Palmer, walk out here with a dub.
Yeah, this defense should just use their timeouts. Can't take them.
Going deep. And he pulls it in inside the 15-yard line. Touchdown, Alabama! And the beatdown has ensued. They give themselves just a little more cushion as they close in on extending this winning run.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile on.
And the extra point splits the upright. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. This drive will get underway from just inside the 35 at their own 34. Wrapped behind the line, it's Sharp. And there is nothing doing on that one. You got the completion and nothing else to show for it. With the clock running, this should be the final play. On second down, wants to throw it. He's taking a deep shot. And the pass goes incomplete, and that's going to do it. Clock strikes 0, ball game is over. No matter how much college football changes, realignment, all of that kind of stuff, rivalries are consistent, and winning rivalry games, well, that's just the best.
Because they hate each other so much. So you take the field against your rival. You're able to put forth a performance like that. That is worth its weight in gold, David. Unbelievable effort here by the winning team, and bragging rights now for a while.
Bragging rights for a while. It's a fun thing to be able to accomplish. Now we also got to take in the next couple games, because this is always, there's a letdown that naturally happens after these big rivalry wins. We feel like our chest is poked out. We got to look on to the next game, focus in on this next one.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.